Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is a new series that I'm gonna do. Pretty much, I'm gonna be talking about wrestling, like WWE and stuff. It's still a work in progress, but I needed to talk about what happened at Elimination Chamber because that just blowed my mind. The storytelling, the pacing, the reaction, that's what I love. And I'm studying a lot of like philosophy and like as well as like screenwriting and stuff, and the way they wrote this pay-per-view was just amazing, and I can't wait to do this. Hopefully you guys like, comment, and subscribe, as well as if you guys want to support the channel, is a buy me a coffee link down below, as well as follow me on all social media platforms, and let's get right into it. So let's start out with the Women's Elimination Chamber, okay? The last 2 years, the women division has been killing it with amazing people like Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Roxanne Perez, Bayley. So to have this Elimination Chamber have the best of the best women in it was so good. Like, I'm sorry, everyone looked amazing. Alexa Bliss came back. She was iconic. As well as the opening. So the match started out with Naomi and Liv in the ring. I thought they was going to go straight for it. But out of nowhere, we hear this.
A storm is coming.
And I was shook seeing Jade Cargill run down to the ring. And I thought, same as like when I was watching it with my dad and family, I thought, oh, like, she's going to go right off the Liv. But no, she swerves straight to Naomi and just beats the living hell out of Naomi. She literally, Hawk to Loki, like, beat the hell out of Naomi to a pulp. Bianca just there crying in the chamber, giving her an Oscar-winning performance. And just the whole storyline leading up to it, like, we didn't know who attacked it, Jade Cargill. Like, people thought, oh, it's Naomi, it's Bianca, it's both of them. We don't know. It could be someone else. Because a couple months ago, Jade Cargill got attacked, so nobody really knew who attacked her. In my opinion, it's the both of them. Like, I think it's more both of them. It's no way that Naomi or Bianca would do it without the other one knowing, because they know each other longer. And it was subtle hints that Bianca's been jealous of Jade. And that's my prediction. I think both of them committed that act. And now Jade is going to come back to whip and get her lick back of what happened to her. As well as, let's talk about the next person entering the ring. It was Bayley. I felt like Bayley really did good in this showcase. I love Bayley. She's one of my favorite female wrestlers. I watched her ever since NXT. And I just love her dynamic with Roxanne Perez right now, especially the whole women's division on NXT and how Roxanne is like carrying it. But the whole like women's division as a whole, like, is Roxanne. I thought Roxanne was going to win for a second. Because there was a couple, like, it was this one time in the match when she sneakily did a pop box. No, it was when she did a Hurricanrana off the top rope to Bayley, because Bayley flew off the ring, and then she did the frog splash. I thought Bayley was going to be out. I thought that's how she was going to, but no, it kicked out. It was so much drama. I loved it. And then we had to talk about the next, like, it's so many good things to talk about. And, like, but Bayley killed it, especially when she dived. I don't know how she did it, but she dived through, like, the middle ropes and landed on Liv and Roxanne at the same time. That was, like, so iconic. As well as, let's talk about the prodigy, Roxanne Perez, killing it once again. I feel like she is going to be one of the top women in the division soon. I don't care. As soon as she moves up, she could take the belt off of Lyra. She could take the belt off of Chelsea. Give her the mid-card title for a bit. But sooner or later, she's going to take that title from, I don't know, it could be Rhea, Bianca, Tiffany, Charlotte. But she's taking the title off of one of them. And she showcased that tonight with her moveset, as well as the last couple of pay-per-views. She's been killing it. Now, let's talk about Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss came back, and she killed it. I know a lot of people said that, like, oh, her moveset is so, like, one-dimensional, or, like, I'm like, no. She proved different because she showed diversity in her moveset, as well as more storytelling and character. And I love the move when, this is my favorite, one of my favorite spots of the chamber, when Roxanne Perez was going to go for a pop box, Bianca threw her off the back, Liv hit the code breaker, and then it led to Alexa Bliss doing Twisted Bliss to get Roxanne Perez out. That was just beautiful right there, like the timing and the scenery. As well as, I'm going to end it off by talking about the two people left in the chamber. We have to talk about Bianca Belair and Liv Morgan. First of all, the looks were iconic. Bianca Belair looking like literally an angel, a god. And Liv Morgan giving a little bit of like Dominic Mysterio, a little bit of Eddie Guerrero vibes with her outfit. But I'm going to say it now. Liv Morgan has been killing this whole year as women's champion before she lost the title. And I'm going to say it, she really proved a lot of us wrong. Like, a lot of us thought that Liv Morgan was going to be, you know, like, as soon as she won the title, oh, like, she won the title, how was it going to go? I was kind of skeptical, but she proved a lot of people wrong, so as myself. Like, Liv Morgan proved that she's the girl. She could be up there. But especially that whip that Bianca did with the hair to Liv, making a giant gash in the back of her back. Ooh, that was so good. As well as the ending of Liv the back and forth for the finishers. Liv trying to do a obliteration, but then Bianca turned it to the KOD to pin Liv for the 1-2 street, and now making it to WrestleMania. That was so good. And now we don't know who is gonna be at WrestleMania. Are they gonna do a triple threat? Her, Belair via Io? Or is it gonna be Io Belair? Or is it gonna be Io, like, Io via Belair Jade? Are they gonna do a 4-way? Or are they gonna do a fatal 5-way? Because Bianca winning the Elimination Chamber does add the factor of, is Jade Cargill gonna be in it somehow? Is Naomi gonna play a part in like this big title picture for like this storyline? And I can't wait for that. That leads me on to the next match. The next match I'm gonna talk about is Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus versus versus Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. I felt like the match was really good. I know it was quick story building, but I don't think that was the main important. The main important was letting Tiffany go over and Trish supporting her. As well as, it was Trish 25 years in the industry. Trish Stratus has been killing it for almost a decade, almost 2 decades. She's been the top woman. So for her to give Tiffany Stratton the chance to work with her in the Undergirls was amazing. As well as, I will say I like the pairing of both of them, Trishy and Tiffany. Like, I loved it. Like, they did like the cute merch. They did the cute demon. That was like good branding. As well as Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. I'm going to be honest, I like Nia Jax, but Candice LeRae, they need to scrap her. They need to redo her. Like, the whole thing of her, like, being Nia's sidekick, I kind of get it. But what happened to Candice LeRae NXT? What happened to the Poison Pixie? What happened to the Indie Darling? What happened to, like, Candice LeRae, like, that match she had with Io Sky at TakeOver? Where's that Candice? Like, we kind of got some of it when she was working with Indy Hartwell, and then Indy Hartwell left got released, so now Candace is kind of like paired up with Nia. I just feel like Candice LeRae needs time off, or they need to redo her character more, because like Nia Jax is so polished as a character and as a wrestler. Candice LeRae is so polished as a wrestler, but her character is just kind of lacking. So she kind of feels like she did good in the match, but like once in a while you could feel like she's in the background, and they really need to change that, like especially when it comes to her. And I'm gonna do a later video talking about, in my opinion, wrestler gimmicks that need to change or need to evolve. That's gonna be a video I'm gonna do in the future, because it is some people that I feel like they need a reset. They need a reset with characters or gimmicks, because some of them are not working whatsoever. And I'm gonna do my own opinion video later on that. But the match was so good. I love Trish Stratus where she did her finisher off the top rope to Nia, and she literally like just, and then Candice LeRae doing the moonsault to break the pin was good. But the funniest thing is, in the match, Nia Jax kept pointing up and making fun of Trish. I don't care what people say about Nia Jax. She is one of the best entertainment wrestlers. Like, she knows how to get the crowd booing or get a reaction out of the crowd. I love her whole gimmick. Like, she's screaming at the kids in the ring, on the outside of the ring. Like, she knows how to be a heel, and you can tell that she's loving it. And that's what I love from Nia Jax, especially since when she came back. She's been like killing the division, and I would love to see her like in a mid-card title position, or after WrestleMania, put her back in the main picture. Like, I don't know what they have planned for her for WrestleMania. I don't know if she's going to be teaming with Candice for the tag team titles. But after this WrestleMania season, you need to put Nia Jax back in the main picture, because she deserves it. So now let's talk about the OMG unforgettable match of the night, the unsanctioned match between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. That match literally got me all like in shock. Like, I was like, for almost the whole match, I just couldn't believe it. Especially the storyline, like, I love how they brought that in. Like, they've been with each other since the indies, bringing that up, bringing the storyline that they both know each other, like, the families know each other, so, like, that's the rich history. But letting them just go all out, just straight up war, bloodbath. Like, the way Sami Zayn was just putting Kevin Owens through table. And then to have the barbed wire chair spot with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, that was like, oh my god, like, that brought old school WWE. Like, I remember watching it in the early 2000s. Like, it gave me that like old nostalgia hardcore vibe that I loved about wrestling, as well as that spot where Kevin Owens pushed Sami Zayn to the two tables stacked up. That was scary. It was so good. And at the end of the match, having Kevin Owens literally beat Sami Zayn to a pulp that he cannot, like, barely move, and still beat him up to only come back, the legend killer. Everyone knows him. The RKO of RKOs, Randy Orton, came back to save the day. And I can't wait to see where that storyline goes. Kevin Owens and Randy Orton storyline, that's going to be so good. Just seeing how that plays out. Which leads me to the main event, the men's Elimination Chamber. I thought it was a good match. I really thought, like, this Elimination Chamber could have gone any way. Like, you couldn't really tell who was going to win. My prediction was CM Punk, John Cena, Drew McIntyre, and then Seth Rollins. But the other contenders could have won too. Like, we don't know what they're doing with storylines, but like, anything is possible. And we saw it with the match. Like, literally having Drew McIntyre be the first one eliminated by Damian Priest to build that rivalry, and then Drew McIntyre knocking out Damian Priest so Logan Paul could pick up that fall was like crazy. And then to have Logan Paul eliminated right after, like everything worked out smoothly. And then it ended with John Cena, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins as like the last three. That was so good. And the match with John Cena winning, that was legendary. And then to have Cody Rhodes come out, congratulate him, and then have the final boss, the god of Hollywood and wrestling, The Rock, come out with no other than Travis Scott. Okay, Travis Scott part confused the hell out of me. I'm not gonna talk too much about that. I guess it was for views. I don't really know. That was like the weird part. But having that, and then having this whole storyline since last WrestleMania of Cody Rhodes, The Rock, and then The Rock saying, Cody, I want your soul, stuff like that. It was kind of cool. But then, you know, Cody literally told his boss to go bleep himself on national television. No, worldwide television. That was funny. That was gold. That was a part. I think that clip is going to be used in future endeavors forever and ever. And then to have John Cena hug Cody, and then The Rock just says to finish him, and then out of nowhere John Cena smile turns into just the simplest evil look, and then just pummels Cody to a pulp, beats him up with a brass knuckle, hits him with the title, leaves a giant gash in his head, and then The Rock takes his blood, puts it on the belt, and then starts whipping Cody to the ground. And Cody's there almost deadless, having John Cena team up with The Rock, even though like the last couple years, like I don't know, like 8-9 years ago they had beef. Like that's beautiful storytelling. And that's the magic of wrestling. But I am so happy for this WrestleMania season. I don't know what is going to happen. Thank you guys so much for watching this video or staying tuned to this video. This is something new, but I do want to cover wrestling because that's one of the things I love, as well as storytelling in wrestling, through storytelling and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.